Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. We won 1-0, you probably don't see it at my face. When you're seeing my face, probably you're thinking, Beppe, we lost like 5-0, what is happening? You know it, when we win a game, I'm happy, so inside the 3 points are there. But it was really difficult. I can tell you the truth, it's probably one of the most difficult games I had to comment, can I say comment? To interact with the people in the chat. It was a really low-paced game. Difficult. I can tell you the truth, it was one of my most difficult games to comment, sincerely, really, honestly, because it was, let's not find other words, boring. It was extremely boring game, difficult game for finding the way to open the goal. Then if you will see the stats, we will do it later, you will see that Juventus had more attempts, especially in the first 20 minutes of the games. Juventus played higher, but from the 26th minute on and that miss of Federico Chiesa that could have opened that game, we stopped playing. Was extremely difficult to comment, to explain what was happening, because nothing was happening. What made me also really sad was the atmosphere in the stadium. Was nobody singing, nobody applauding, nobody cheering, nobody supporting the team. Instead, I heard our supporters whistling our guys when we were doing a retro passage, a pass in the back passes. And if I'm absolutely not happy about how we played today, because you remember how many times I told you, and I repeated you on the channel, the word intensity. Today there was absolutely no intensity. The passes forward that we did in the beginning of the season in terms of intensity, that game of Sassuolo is still in the minds of every single player, of the coach, of everyone. And we took away the intensity. There was no intensity, but what made me really sad is we are all speaking about, and let's not compare, so I don't want, it's not to compare, but we are all applauding 30 passes in a row of whatever team, Brighton in that case, about that clip where we saw in that 30 passes there were like I don't know, 10 back passes. At the end they go in the goal, they score, and we are all saying that it's fantastic. When we are doing a back pass, we are whistling our own players. You don't know where that ball will go. You don't know if that pass will be one of the 30 passes to bring us towards the goal. So I was absolutely not happy with and the fact that it was silence, and the fact that it was dead, and the fact that when we are in possession of the ball, even in possession when we are not doing a wrong pass, when we are doing a correct pass to start building up again, we are whistling our players. This is a big problem. Ragazzi, it's a big problem. Then, on top of that, major thing of the game was, it was a disgusting game. A boring game, sleepy game. Even on the goal, that game brought me so much down that I couldn't celebrate all the anger that I had inside still for the game against Sassuolo. because honestly, that game against Sassuolo, I was so pissed off, and I needed the game, to bring out all my my anger, my frustration. I needed a win. Then we won. We won. We had to win. We were obliged to win, and we did it. So can we say mission fulfilled? If we are speaking about points, yes, the points were there, and that bring us momentarily at the second spot in Serie A. With how much now? 13 points. We have 13 points. That's
Sono punti per, insomma, obiettivi.
Two under Inter. Let me check what the other games will be. Trying to check that. Tomorrow we have a Cagliari-Milan. With Milan that can go over Juve or stay under, depending on the result. And also tomorrow evening we'll see Inter-Sassuolo. If we were able to wake them up, who knows? But the coach of Sassuolo said against Inter it will be nearly impossible. So maybe they are even going to San Siro, already giving up, something that they didn't do when they welcomed Juve. But you never know what can happen in football. Lecce, the first defeat in Serie A. We knew that Lecce would have been a difficult team, but not... How can I say? I was expecting a difficult game, but I was expecting a Lecce that would play. Lecce refused to play. It's really strange what happened today in the Allianz. I think that the non-atmosphere of the stadium not only influenced badly Juventus, that didn't do anything. Let's not blame the supporters. We have to blame ourselves. But not only influenced badly our team, but also influenced badly Lecce. They didn't want to play. Then I studied the game a bit. I watched nearly all the games of Lecce since the beginning of the season. It's a team that, on all the goals that they scored, five of the goals that they scored in total came in the last 15 minutes. So it was a Lecce that was... ready to wait until the last 15 minutes because, again, I repeat you, 2 goals in the first 15 minutes for Lecce, 1 goal right after the half time, and then 5 of the goals. So 5 on 10 arrived in the last 15 minutes. And that's what they were probably expecting. Slowing down the game, not playing, keeping that 0-0 until the last 15 minutes where they could have maybe go with... Can we say stealing the game because they refused to play? And if you're watching the stats, you see it. 14 attempts for Juve, 2 attempts for Lecce, 0 on target for Lecce, 5 on target with Juventus. Again, the thing that annoys me, and I don't know if I will be able to, I tell you the truth, I don't know if I will be able to smile today, even if we won. And if inside of me I'm happy, but we took away all the intensity of the game. In a low-paced game like that, you are even able to take 2 yellow cards. One with Chiesa, it was the first one of the season, so it's okay. But the third one for Rabiot, if you know that we are playing Atalanta, Torino, Milan, the 3 next game, probably Rabiot will miss one of these 3 games. Then you will tell me, Beppe, but Rabiot is not at the top of his form. I agree, but it's not that we have so many players on the bench that are waiting to do better than Rabiot. I didn't see them at the moment. I agree with Veritas immediately in the chat. By the way, I didn't even say hello to all of you. I will take a moment to do that, but I agree with Veritas. Danilo was extremely bad today. At a certain moment, he was the worst passer of the game, except of Cambiaso, that was worse than him. I didn't refresh, so let me refresh to see if he continued like that in second half. Probably yes, because again, what I saw from Danilo was extremely bad today, but really bad. 78% of pass accuracy for him. He is not the worst one, but yeah, Szczesny is the worst one, but let's not count the goalkeeper. So we go to Cambiaso. Cambiaso slightly worse than Danilo. Danilo 78%. 78%. I don't want to influence the man of the match because there is, of course, always a man of the match, especially if we win. So we will do a poll. Man of the match, Juve 1-0 Lecce. I want to put, of course, Milik because it's the winning goal. I want to put McKennie that I see in the chat. Ragazzi, if you have other names than these two. You know that we have 4 people that we can put inside. Chiesa and Fagioli, I want to add both of them. I agree. It's a pity that we can't put 5, because I would have loved to put also Rugani, that I see in the chat. Rugani, that every time that he's playing, he's giving structure. I tell you honestly, it's probably a unpopular opinion, but I tell you honestly, sometimes Rugani is giving me more security than Gatti, not because of the last game, because you know that I like Gatti, but sometimes the aggressivity, that nonchalance in taking the ball and not paying attention in the back is scaring me a bit. No, I don't agree with Locatelli. Yeah, he created a chance, it's true, but honestly, no, a lot of wrong passes. In the first half, if I'm not wrong, we were not even trying to go towards Danilo. After 30 minutes, the one that was touching most ball, was Danilo, and then it was Cambiaso. What does that mean? That Bremer, at that moment of the game, I believe it was after 30 minutes, touched only 12 times the ball, while Danilo 35. And Rugani touched the ball at that moment 17. So it was clearly, when we took the ball, it was ball to Danilo that had to build up from the back. But I tell you, from the left side of the field, Danilo is missing something. He's missing something, and he's not as good than when he's on the right side of the field. Thank you, Tariq. Tariq, this time I think it's also my fault, because I am not the one that is leading the people to be pumped up, but I tell you, it was extremely difficult for me, the game. Extremely difficult for me. Ciao Juve GG. Ramtin, Danilo needs to play on the right side, he can't play on the left. Less good on the left, I agree, I was just explaining that. Good morning, Beppe and chat. It's 5 a.m. where I'm from right now. Good morning, Icarius. Tae. I feel Rugani should have been one of the picks for man of the match. Yeah, but we can only put 5. I liked Fagioli between the lines, really. I like the game of Fagioli that is growing. At a certain moment, he was doing really well in a certain moment of the game. The most creative one, the most informed in that midfield. So I think he needed to enter there. Chiesa, for the beginning of the game, Chiesa was really the one that could create something. We put Milik because he scored, but except of the goal of Milik. And then after the goal, he did like 2-3 beautiful controls and giving it back. But no, not even Milik. Milik was not great. There was no atmosphere. I agree with Havard. Rugani was very good. I'm happy for him. But Rugani, I always defend Rugani. The only thing that I can't defend is the salary that he has. But it's not easy for a player that is entering first game of the season again. He knows that he's not the starter. He knows that he's not the first one that is entering for subbing the players. But when we call him, he's there. And a lot of time, if you're looking the last 3 seasons when he's playing, he's able to keep clean sheets. Then people will tell me, yeah, but he's only playing against a small team. It's not true if you're looking at the history of the last game that he played. He was solid. Locatelli was solid. Not a great game, but some good movement. Solid, but I'm expecting more. This should have been the game of Yildiz. I agree. He was about to enter, but I believe that at that particular moment, there were a few minutes that were missing into the game. I think that Allegri checked, and Weston McKennie probably was out of energy. I see 31% of the people saying McKennie. I would vote for McKennie. Personally, if I could vote, I can't vote, but if I could vote, I vote for McKennie. Again, structured. Again, the one that is going up and down on the field, bringing stability and support on the right side of the field. Today he helped a lot also. Rugani. I'm curious to see the average position from on SofaScore from Weston. Let me check. Weston McKennie, you see here the position number 16. Cambiaso played a bit higher. Not a great game of Cambiaso. Neither him, neither Kostic. But you see here, Weston McKennie that was fantastic there. Fantastic. I mean, no wow things or whatever, but it really did the job. And then you see the Juventus that was on the field much higher than usual, or I mean than last season, but not impactful, slow. And then you see Timo Weah didn't play a lot of minutes. He entered again. I think it was Kenan Yildiz that could have entered. We wanted to play with Chiesa. We wanted to play with Vlahovic. I think that Weston McKennie was really tired. And that's why we changed in the last minute. Yeah, it's true, Margot. It's the fourth time that he's entering the man of the match. Again, for me, I would have voted for him without any doubt. 8.4 sofa score for Rabiot. I know he had the assist, but man, I never trust these kinds of ratings. I don't know if it's only me or not, but when you are watching, indeed, 8.4 for Rabiot, 8 for Arkadiusz Milik, clearly because the assist and the goal. Oh, on the other side, they are deciding the game together. It's true, but it doesn't reflect at all the performance. For me, it doesn't reflect at all the performance. It's much more than only the assist and the goal. It's also how you defend, how you look. Danilo, I said, for me, he was the worst of the game. He's receiving a 7.6. Why? Because he's touching a lot of balls. So the one that is touching most balls from Juventus. Where do we arrive? We arrive at 77 balls touched in the entire game, which is absolutely not great. The first real midfielder from the three is Locatelli with 62, that is placed in third position. 62 is far from what a regista should have in terms of scores. Indeed, it's only statistics. They don't watch the game. They link it with some stats and then they go for that. No, it was not bad. Rabiot was not bad. No, that's not what I said. But according to stats, 8.4. It's probably exaggerated. No, it was not bad. Rabiot was not bad, but it was not wow neither. It was not wow neither. Again, but it's all the team. Again, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Look, we started the game not with a great intensity, but we started really calm. But with Juventus attacking, Juventus creating chances. At a certain moment, we had like 4 attempts with 1 shot on target. You saw a Juventus that wanted until the 26th minute. And the 26th minute were not calcio champagne, but you had the Juventus that was dominant and in ball possession, and they wanted to think offensively and they wanted to attack and they created some chance. You have that shot from Chiesa at the 26th minute that is going with his left foot, the one that is going side of the goal. And there we stopped playing, but sincerely, we stopped playing. We had no intention anymore to play. It was over. And I don't understand why, because it could have happened maybe, when you have like, I don't know, you're scared because there was a dangerous attempt of Lecce, or they conceded a goal and you're panicking, which should not happen for Juventus, but we know the mental state of our team. And then you can say, okay, ragazzi, I understand they were panicking, blackout, whatever, but now there was absolutely nothing. I don't understand the origin of Juventus saying we stop to play. We go out of the game. And it's strange, all of them. At a certain moment, it was the 52nd minute. I see a Bremer that is putting that ball in corner kick. I believe it was the first corner kick of the game for Lecce. And you see the face of Bremer. There was absolutely not grinta. There was absolutely no will. There was terror in his eyes, being scared. I don't know if you saw it or not, Did you see it or not when I'm telling you at the 52nd minute, so beginning of the second half, I see a Bremer with his hand on his knee. He's like this. Then he's putting his head up. He's looking at somewhere. The camera is going right on his face. And you see that he's like, I'm scared. I don't have will. I'm not convinced of being that leader of the defense. And these moments like that are extremely worrying me. Again, I was noticing some changes in the way that we prepared our season in USA. But seriously, I saw some changes. And I saw them on the field against Udinese in the first half. Then you are winning 3-0. It's the first game of the season. You are going a bit slower. You understand. Against Bologna, where we concede that first goal, you see a Juventus that was tactically blocked, but the intention was there. Juventus that wanted to score, Juventus that wanted to win that game, they couldn't because we didn't play well, but there was an intention, there was some intensity. We played that game against Empoli, being a bit more mature, a bit more smarter. We scored 2 goals, but we saw a smart Juventus. You play against Lazio, where we show a lot of intensity, we are smart, we're playing a fantastic game. Against Sassuolo, you totally disappear. You collapse mentally because you had the opportunity to be first. And then you arrive in the game of today. You know what is worrying me the most? The fact that we played 6 games this season and I see no continuity. I don't see the same Juventus. Then you can win, you can lose a game, huh? But I see every game that I'm analyzing from Juventus, every single game that I'm analyzing for Juventus, I have to speak about a different Juventus. And this is worrying me. Then MMA saying, Beppe, or guys, you are never happy, win, lose, or draw. No, you know that most of the time, when we lose, I try to explain the why we lost, and I try also to check the positives. When we win, I'm a bit more harsh because I want, and I can allow myself because at least I'm not crying because we lost, and we can go a bit more. But today, I'm super happy that we won. But ragazzi, if you tell me today, Beppe, and it's crazy what I will tell you, but in this particular moment of the history of Juve, if you tell me, Beppe, we will win all the games 1-0, playing boring until the end of the season. For this season, I speak about this season, not forever in my eternity, but for this season, I will tell you, okay, let's go, because we need a team that needs to go back to win, to do something important. So today I take the 3 points. I'm happy, better than the full intensity and then losing 3-0 or even 1-0 with a counter-attack. No, I'm happy. But then we analyze the performance. I tell you guys, because maybe you never tried. But when you are preparing a game, when you are jumping in a game, you study the game, and you're expecting a Lecce with full intensity, they don't do it. Good for us, huh? Good for us. And then you see our stadium that is super silent. You see our team that doesn't want to play because you see in their face, in their eyes, that they are afraid. Then it's also difficult to go here on the channel and changing the mood that they gave you for 100 minutes or a bit more, because there was at half time as well. It's difficult. It's really difficult to go and say, wow, fantastic, great, super, let's continue like that. Again, we didn't concede a goal today. Great, but I still have that question mark. What if we play and we concede a goal? What will be the answer of Juve? And we saw it against Sassuolo. There was no answer. Thank you, Malaggio, for renewing for 20 months. A win is a win, but mentality is very weak. That's a bit that I try to explain. That mentality is worrying me. Some pass that we missed, okay, whatever you want to. But, you know how you miss passes? You miss passes in 3 ways. You miss passes when you are playing super high velocity. Because, of course, more you increase velocity, more you are playing fast, more you are subject to do mistakes because you are less accurate. That's one way. The second way is when you are not focused, when mentally you are not there, because you are not focused and you are not able to concentrate yourself to give a pass in the feet. You miss it from 1 meter, from 2 meters. You are giving it too hard. You are not giving it soft enough. You are, and then you miss. The third one is also when you are super slow paced. Because did you try to give a pass when the ball is not in movement? Oh, it's more difficult to give a precise pass when the ball is not in movement, because you're static, the ball is static, and the player is moving. So everything goes in slow-mo, and you have to give that pass. So it's really difficult. So these are the 3 ways. If we are combining, because we were not fast, so if we are combining focus, so mentally weak, and really low pace, you are increasing the chances to miss your passes, and that's what we did today. And that's why I'm scared about mentally weak team. We were scared. We were really scared. We were scared to miss. But the crazy thing there is, when you're scared to miss, most of the time that's where you will even miss more. That's what happened today. So we can close the vote after 269 votes. 270 votes. Weston McKennie, man of the match on the channel. And I agree with you, because that's the guy that I would have voted for. Thank you to Mlaggio for 20 months, but also thank you to GTA Bianconero, 23 months on the channel. We are missing Pogba. Forza Juve. What can I say about that comment about we are missing Pogba? Yeah, because Pogba is not there. Pogba that is able to enter 20 minutes and changing you the game, we are missing him. But it's true that this season we planned the season without Pogba. Last year we missed Pogba because he was the central focal point of Juventus that we build on. This year we didn't plan to have Pogba at full intensity, so we should be able to do without Pogba. Pogba was the cherry, was the bonus, was maybe a player that we were counting on for the second part of the season. Absolutely not for the first part of the season. So I don't even want to take that one into consideration. But it's true that when you don't have Pogba, you don't have Pogba. I think Chiesa selfish helps us more than him passing the ball to Milik. Look, sometimes he took some strange decisions. What I saw is that Allegri really insisted on also other players to try their chances, because we saw 1 attempt from Kostic. I think we saw 2 attempts from Rabiot. Chiesa was at a certain moment selfish, but at a certain moment you have to try to solve it yourself. Normally I'm against that. And also Chiesa, that's always something that I'm paying attention. I'm asking him, watch what is happening left and right. Try to not do everything alone. Today, at a certain moment, what can he do? What can he do? He's obliged to go for it. At least he tries. Dragonj, Atalanta is going to be a different story. Our core has to be on a different level on that day. What could be the reason for playing such a backward way? It should be the season of all or nothing. I don't really agree with the all or nothing, because you're obliged to go in Champions League. You can't miss. You can't. It's not a season of all or nothing, because if you lose that qualification spot in Champions League, ragazzi, you're saying today, a lot of you, we are in a dark era, we are in a banter era, you are, all the words that you are usually using. But until now, except of the fact that they took it away from us, we always qualified in Champions League. And, I saw real banter eras with teams that were not able to qualify for European competitions. Look at Milan before winning the Scudetto, 7th, 10th, 7th, a total disaster. Even Inter, there were some seasons that they were really doing difficult. Napoli, 3 seasons ago, they were not in Champions League. So we always qualified there. They took it away from us. We will have a big loss in season 20, in the books of 23-24 that will be calculated at the end of this season. So we can't just go all or nothing. All, yes, the nothing, no, because nothing is a total disaster. But what I don't like is it's not that publicly we are saying Scudetto or nothing. We are saying top 4. And top 4, you have 4 different positions. You have the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. So you should have some margin there to miss a game or not. But no, again, today, ragazzi, I don't know, but I'm not super informed. I'm not convinced about the performance today. We are playing Atalanta. When are we playing Atalanta? I never know if it's Saturday or Sunday that we are playing. I think Sunday, but I need to check. You will probably know better than me. Sunday at 6 p.m. We play Sunday at 6 p.m. The 1st of October. Yeah. Atalanta is a team that is playing with more intensity than the Lecce that we saw today. I don't understand the game of Lecce either. When you are there with 11 points on 15, you have nothing to lose. Lecce has absolutely nothing to lose. They had like a big, huge joker. Who cares in Lecce if they would have lost today? Because, in the normal part, Lecce should lose against Juventus at home. If I'm looking at the stats, from Lecce against Juve, this was the 35th time that we played against them in Serie A. We won 28 times, we drew to 8 times. 22 times we won, 8 times we drew, only 4 times we lost. Today we win the 23rd times in Serie A against Lecce. So in their history, they only won 4 times against Juventus. So nobody is expecting from Lecce to win today. But of course, they had that enthusiasm. They had everything. And if they lost, nobody would have been pissed off with them. I don't understand the Lecce that never played. They never woke up. Boop. I don't understand it. I really don't understand the game of Lecce. Yes, this month is my birthday. I will be 42 on the 11th of October. Elod, the first one. Grande, Elod. Yeah. Strange, huh? Strange. I agree. Buonasera MP. Tae, speaking of Atalanta, is there any chance we will get Scalvini 50 million euro? The last numbers value that I heard about him, we don't have that money. So no, I don't think so. 28th of October, the Danish player on McKennie was on fire. Oh, that's a great player. That's a really good player. He impressed me. Huh? I was not familiar with his game. Patrick Dorgu. He played a great game. I said it multiple times during my my live reaction, my watch along, my commentary. Oh, he was absolutely not bad. But I watched him a bit closer and so on. Dorgu, good player. 19th appearance in Serie A. 6th, because he played all the games this season. With the number 13, he was really good. But really, really, really good. It's the birthday of someone. It's the birthday of Ciao Rami. I think it's the birthday of Greg S. Beppe, this was my birthday present from Juventus. Not pretty, but a middle. You see? Happy birthday, Greg. Happy birthday. Beppe, what do you think about Locatelli's performance? Solid, but nothing more. Like, okay. But that's not enough. You know what I mean? It's not enough. If I was praising him against Lazio, if I was harsh on him against Sassuolo, today he was in the middle. But I don't want a middle Locatelli. Beppe, can you explain why the huge... Mamma mia, again with the story of the flags. I don't want to... No, sorry, Miguel. I'm pissed off with that. I'm pissed off with the stadium. I'm pissed off with the stadium. Basta. Every day we have to speak about the flags. I'm pissed off. We are not even able to support our boys. I'm speaking about everyone, not only Ultra, everyone. It's a shame. It's really a shame. A shame, a shame, a shame, a shame, a shame. Basic things. Basic things. Applauding, supporting, asking. I'm not asking the Dortmund. I'm not asking the Boca Juniors, the Rosario Central. I'm just asking support. It costs a lot of money, eh? It costs a lot of money to go to the stadium. You are allowed to whistle because you pay the ticket. You are allowed to whistle. You know my philosophy. You whistle at the end of the game. But if you want to whistle. But if you are able to whistle, which is your right, be in balance. Support. Not only when we score a goal. Support. You have supporting, you have celebrating, you have whistling. According to me, whistling should arrive at the end of a game. When we didn't play well, when there were things that we didn't like, when we lost, when we drew, whenever, you are free to whistle. Not during the game, according to me, because, you're not giving support to your team. During the game, you support. Here, you don't hear support, but you hear only whistle. When we do a back pass, when we do something wrong, when we do a change, when a player that we don't like is entering the field, I'm pissed off. Oh, and then the other side, it's Juve as well, and that is not giving the supporters the will of supporting. Because if you're playing, even me today, it was extremely difficult for me. So it's both. You can't say it's one more than the other one. It's both. Then why is the flag blah, 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 blah. You know what happened? Really short. The origin of it. Of the flags, and not the whole story, because there are much more stories than only the flags. But the huge, because it's not true that flags are banned. It's not true. If you have the right measurement with the right designs, that means that there's things that you can't do. For example, you can't anymore bring logos, emblems that are representing the ultra section, but you can bring flags of the normal banners and sizes with black and white, with Forza Juve, with the logo of Juve. These kind of things you can bring to the stadium. So it's not true that you can't, but it's true that they are much smaller. But what is the origin? The origin is the second season of our stadium. Because that new stadium has been built without really being thought for ultra. Okay, it's not like a section like we had in the past in the Delle Alpi, Olimpico, and so on. A real clear section for ultra. You know that you have Curva Nord in one way, Curva Sud in the other way. There was even sometimes the possibility to bring Curva Sud with Curva Nord and make one big curva. Didn't happen. Curva Sud, that is there in that side of the field. What happened is that the first season they were there with the smoke, with the huge banners, with the drums, with the megaphones, with everything. And a lot of people, they complained because they couldn't watch game. They couldn't watch the game in the first season because they were standing up, they were not sitting, they were going with these huge flags because, with Ultra, they are the organizers, the ones that are really leading the chants and so on and so on. They don't watch the game. They don't care about the game. They are there to do their passion, that is tifo, organizing tifo, leading. They are turning themselves from the stadium, so they don't watch the game, but they are there with the flags, and everyone is going with the flags. And there were some people that were complaining, saying, "Oh, ragazzi, we don't watch. We are paying tickets. We don't we don't have the possibility to watch a game. We can't watch a game. Then they were not respecting the spots and so on and so on and so on. Then in the second season, they said you can have a limited number of huge flags. You can still bring them, but limited numbers. And that's where the discussion came, because the Ultra were not happy, and then they decided, go back in history, in 2012 to protest against the club. They said, if you take away the big banners, because back then we had the drums and we had everything, because that's another story. They decided to protest because they were not happy. Because they were not happy, they were not okay, and they decided to say, we will not, in a Champions League game, it was an important game, we will not support, we will stay in silence. That's how it all started. Yeah, it's true, I didn't want to speak about the flags. Then, all the other things that were forbidden were for a total different story. It is because, let's not lie, some parts of the Ultra leaders, I never put everyone together because there are fantastic people with the Ultras as well. I know some people are in that section, but some parts of that Ultra section were associated with violence, with this, and even took the name of Juve in it. Then they started to blackmail Juventus. If you don't give us ticket, we will not sing. If you don't give us the shirt signed by the players, we will start to offend so that you will pay some fines. Blackmailing, this. And then it escalated so high that at a certain moment, Juventus was linked with mafia. We went to the courts because of that, which Juventus had nothing to do with it. But at the end, the name of Juventus, the name of Agnelli, was linked to mafia. And that's where, after investigation, that was the no flags, I think that operation was done by Digos, where they identified some people, they took them away. From there, some people went also to jail. And from that moment on, Digos took over, that is an external office, took over everything. And they decided that it was over with drums, because in some drums you had some drugs. In the drums you had some drugs. Also, drums can be used to throw away to the other sections. No smoke anymore, because you can throw it. Look at Ajax, Feyenoord, for example. So many things that were, when you give. At a certain moment, when you are not happy, it arrives at the moment you already stop everything. It's like, I will give you an example. A kid that you allow to go out, but you tell him, because it's 16, you tell him you can go out until, 2 a.m. in the morning, but at 2 a.m. you have to be at home. And then he arrives at 2:30, and then you say, oh, no, I told you 2 a.m. Okay, I give you another chance. And again, he's arriving at 2:30. Then you're saying, you know what? From now on, the next time that you go out, you come home at 1:30. And he's again arriving at 2:30 or 3 or 1 a.m. And so on and so on. At a certain moment, never things were respected. And you know what you say? You don't go out anymore. It's over, because you're not able to respect. In easy words. But anyway, it's a complex, long problem that I don't want to speak too much about it. Because it annoys me to see a stadium like that. Then I see other people speaking about without knowledge, and they are insulting the club. Everything is because of the club. What I was hearing, they were writing and saying, some people, it is because the fans were fined last time because they were singing against Sarri. And the club fined the fans. And no, it is not true. It is absolutely not true. Juventus didn't fine anybody. Instead, because the fans chanted Maurizio Sarri salta con noi, which is absolutely not offensive. So I don't even understand why people were fined for that. But it's the club that received the fine, not the Juventus that fined the Ultra. Then the Ultra are saying some of us were fined, but they are not saying what and for what reason they were fined. Tell me. And then I will be able to judge if, yes, you are not respecting the rules. What are you saying is because of Allegri? Darius, a bit of respect and a bit of knowledge before speaking about out of nothing. Darius, the supporters of the Ultra, 2 weeks ago, they were chanting for Allegri. Because they love Allegri, by the way. They like Allegri, by the way. Then you can be pro or against, you can be Allegri out, but the Ultra, that all of you are praising or whatever, they are big fans of Massimiliano Allegri. So, no, I don't agree. Because I see also in the comments today, people, they hear things, they don't make double researchers, and then they start criticizing. But it's not correct. Today, someone on the channel that is a loyal one of the channel, today, you know what he told me? Vlahovic is on the bench not because he has low back pain, but because he protested when he had to go out last game against Sassuolo, and he's punished. But it was written in a way, I know, and this is the truth. No, ragazzi, if we start inventing stories because we heard it from, we know it, there are some social accounts that are pushing some narratives against the club, whatever, changing the reality, we are not there. Then you are making really angry. Because we are already in difficulty. We don't play well. We don't win any trophies anymore. We are not acting on the mercato. We are not attractive internationally. We are not even playing attractive internationally. We have so many problems to fix. Every single day you hear on the paper that there is another attack on Juve. Sometimes it can be correct. Sometimes it's not correct. They take away 10 points, 15 points. We have so many problems to solve today. We have so many problems to solve today. If we ourselves start to invent stories out of nowhere, like, for example, Juventus hates their fans and they are fining them because they chant against Sarri. Oh, ragazzi, but this is distorting the reality. For what reason? Just to make beautiful titles on Twitter, beautiful on Twitch, nice lives, and clickbaits on YouTube with nice thumbnail. Oh, ragazzi, this is not true. Then I start to be angry, because I'm already angry with Juve. No, because then people, but it's correct, because I live from Juve 24/7. I wake up, I read the papers. I spend my day trying to understand, to read, to check double sources, to ask, to speak, to do my best. I speak with you, I read the comments, I love to read the comments. And then it's normal that people, they can't live 24/7 Juve. So they don't know, but they hear something, and then they come here and they tell me, Beppe, Juventus hate their friend. Man, no. Then that Juventus needs to do something after so many time now without atmosphere. Of course, Juventus needs to do something. They need to find a solution. They spoke with Ultra are not happy because they can't bring drums, because they can't bring banners, because they can't bring it's. Thank you, Lil G. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Ciao, Bep. I really disliked our game, so I would like to ask. Mamma mia, I didn't read yet. I'm scared. Off-topic question. Not about the Ultra, please. Not about the Ultra. Can we get over that? So let me check. And Rakan is saying, Rakan, no, I don't agree with you. I come back on that one. I don't agree with you. Beppe, I'm sorry, but we have so many toxic people on the channel, just spitting poison on you. I don't agree with that. We have 27,000 Juventini on the channel, and I can tell you that 90% of the people that are in the channel are fantastic people. That doesn't mean that they are all pro club or whatever, but there are people that love to discuss, to speak. Of course, we focus a lot of time to the people that are negative on the channel. And we see them more because they interact more, because they speak, but it's really a bunch of people, and we can count them. But it's 15, 20 people. But I don't agree with that one. No, I will defend the community that we created all together for so long. I will really, really defend it because I have, I believe, the most fantastic Juventini on the on earth, I believe. the non-Italian speaking Juventini, we have them here. They are just fantastic. So no, I will not accept that we are saying that we have a majority of toxic people, which is absolutely not true. Then that some people are toxic, yeah, of course, like everywhere. Then you have also the casual one, and they just come to push their agenda, but it's not true. Let me continue because there was that unpopular question. What is the question? So, what is your favorite Juve 11, mamma mia, of all time? Tanti saluti d'Hamburgo, from Hamburg, Lilgi. My starting, it's difficult. Ragazzi, one of the difficulties of, how can I say, of a Libra is the faculty to choose in non-important things. I can take difficult decisions in my life, but if I really have, how can I say, to choose about non-important things, I have difficulties. Then I will tell you one that I wrote a few time ago. Give me it. Yeah. My starting 11 was, and it's unpopular, but I made it like, I believe, 4 years ago, was a 3-5-2 with Peruzzi in the goal and not Buffon. Ferrara, Montero, Chiellini. Camoranesi on the right, Nedved on the left, Davids, Pirlo, Pogba in the middle, Trezeguet, Del Piero. I went with only players that I watched on television or in real life, or anyway, but I didn't go with Scirea, with Platini, because according to me, Platini is maybe the best player that played at Juve ever. But I didn't watch Platini live. I watched then. But I tried to find a balanced team that could and defend and attack, grinta and so on. So Peruzzi, I think I was looking for balance and also complementary. So Peruzzi in the goal over Buffon. Why Peruzzi? Because it's the real first goalkeeper I fell in love with. It's the one that brought me the Champions League. Buffon was stronger than Peruzzi, but I had that emotional attachment to Peruzzi. Ferrara, Montero, Chiellini, you have a mix of grinta, of intelligence, of Ferrara, and so on and so on. Would have put Barzagli as well, but it's difficult if you have to go with three. So Ferrara, Montero, Chiellini. Camoranesi was fantastic on that right side. Davids, Pirlo. And if you have the top Pogba, the one that I saw when I made it, it was before his comeback. Well, Paul Pogba, ragazzi, he was a complete midfielder with Pavel Nedved there on the left that could enter, you know. And Trezeguet, Del Piero is the best. According to me, is the best. Then I used also the bench, and you will go even more crazy. On the bench, I put Buffon, Torricelli, Zambrotta, and there it's difficult for me because Zambrotta, I don't like Zambrotta anymore because he was one of my favorite players, and when he left, it was harsh. But Zambrotta, then I put Vidal, Zidane, on the bench, Vidal, Zidane, Ravanelli, Vialli, and then I had like a special case, Di Vaio. I don't know why. It's not one that wrote history with you or whatever. But Di Vaio, I always liked that player. Anyway, Zidane was there on the bench, ready to enter. It's difficult to keep Zidane out of top 11, but I had to take a choice. I can't see. So, thank you to my friend Salkat that entered in the Twitch live today. He saw how desperate I was and offered 5 memberships to the channel. Grazie Salkat. He offered them randomly to Ryan S, to Mario Sanchez, to Juve has, to Aldo Bonazo, and to XYZ Zuwagi. So 5 people of the chat received, thanks to Salkat, membership. Grazie Salkat. Really, really appreciate it. No, I tell you, I was a bit down this week because after the loss against Sassuolo, without, I saw also on the channel, I always put the same energy, that we lose, that we win, or whatever. I put a lot of energy. I saw the views going down, ultimately, the light going, and I understand that. I'm not even blaming people or so on. So I was a bit down. The last few days, and the loss against Sassuolo, and this, and that, and the channel a bit in difficulty. It was difficult. It was really difficult week. Then today, I was hoping in, the words of Allegri. He said, I saw the guys disappointed of the game with Sassuolo, but I saw them angry and motivated to play against Lecce. Today, I didn't see any anger and any motivation. Let's be honest. And when we enter in that second half, I don't see it neither. So it's the second time that we are entering in second half where I don't see the impact of that sense of urgency, that sense of I want to. It looks like we are giving up and throwing away everything that we did well in the summer, because we did good thing in the summer, because of the scare to the fear to win and to manage. That's on the coach, ragazzi. That's on the coach. Zidane on the bench. So I understand why you are an Allegri fan. Juve has. How old are you? Not because of your comment, but just to understand who am I speaking against. Juve has. How old are you? And since when are you watching Juve? I need to understand that one. That's an important one. Be honest, huh? Be honest, huh? Don't start with I watch every single game of Zinedine Zidane. I watch every single game of Paul Pogba, of Pirlo, of Davids, of Camoranesi, of Nedved, of Antonio Conte, of Tacchinardi. Ragazzi, I told you the team 52 since 92, big fan of you. Okay. Then we can speak. Juve has. Then we can speak. If I told you before telling you my best 11, first of all, I told you I'm a Libra and I have difficulties to choose. So, and then it's an opinion. It's taste. If I told you that I was looking for balance in the team, Davids, Pirlo, Paul Pogba, and I made that lineup 4 years ago, it's difficult to find a better midfield like that with Camoranesi on the right and Nedved on the left. Does Zidane deserve to enter here? Absolutely, he deserves. Zidane is one of my. Yesterday, I was defending Zidane because they were on French television. There were some people saying he was a good player, but not a great player, where I was pissed off because, according to me, he's top 10 player in the world. But in that balanced Juve, in that 3-5-2, that's the midfield I choose, with Zidane the first one to enter in that midfield. But no, if that's your point to tell me you are a Juve, you are an Allegri fan, especially because I don't know if you know Juve has, but I'm absolutely not an Allegri fan. I'm someone that tries to defend what we can defend, and when we have to blame, we blame. But I'm not the biggest fan of Allegri, as some people are thinking. But I try to be a balanced person when I see that people are doing some good things. The two last games, I didn't like how we managed them, because Allegri was able to anticipate that we would have done bad against Sassuolo, and we did bad, so he was not able to solve it. And today, when I see the super low intensity, the fear in the eyes of Gleison Bremer, player that again goes with individualities, then I'm asking myself, Max, you didn't find the keys to bring again Juve up. Jasko, with all the respect to you, I am not wrong, because the question is, what is your favorite 11? I can't be wrong in my favorite 11. I can tell you that my favorite players are Pinsoglio, Boumsong, I don't know, Diego. Who else can I put there? The other guy there. Milos Krasic, I can tell you whatever, Andrade, I can tell you whatever I want to, ragazzi. I can't be wrong with my personal choice. Eliero, Elia, Padoin. I can't be wrong. Then do another team, do your own team, and be happy with it, with all the respect. Huh? I can tell you, according to me, I would have put Zidane, I would have put, I don't know, Barzagli, I would have put Buffon, whoever you want to, according to me. But I can't tell you, you are wrong with your personal choice. No, but these kind of things, they make me pissed off. With all the respect, Jasko, because I like you, it's not against you. It's just the way that people are speaking today on social media. With respect, you are wrong. Ma che cazzo di wrong? How can I be wrong with my personal choices? If I like ketchup and you like mayonnaise, how can I tell you that you are wrong in liking mayonnaise? It's your fucking taste. It's your taste. It's you what you are eating. It's me that I have maybe a personal affection with Davids, with Pirlo, with Peruzzi. As I told you, Buffon was stronger than Peruzzi, but I love Peruzzi because I grew up with Peruzzi that it brought me the Champions League. I saw a small guy there that was like this, a beast that saved on the line in Champions League in 96. How can I be wrong in my personal taste? You know, ragazzi, oh, I watch my wife. According to me, my wife is the most beautiful wife on earth. You can't tell me that I am wrong because this is my perception. This is what I see. I love her because she's angry in the morning. Hey, ragazzi, this is what she is. She's angry in the morning. When she wakes up, you can't speak to her. And I love these kind of things in her. And probably you will not like it because you prefer a wife, a man, whoever you want to, a dog, a cat, that are smiling in the morning. You prefer dogs, I prefer cats. I prefer, I don't know, the new logo. Some people, they prefer the old one. On taste, we can't be wrong. With all the respect. No, because today we say with all the respect and then we say stupid things. If you told me, Pepe, with all the respect, Zidane needs to play there according to me because and then we open, we speak, and then Jasko, you are correct. Jasko, I think you convinced me about it. No, but mamma mia. But again, it's not again Jasko. It's just the thing. I tell you, I am really bad in making these kind. If you tell me which is your favorite shirt of Juve, I have difficulties because I can't choose. If you tell me who is your top 3 players of Juve, I can't tell you because I have difficulties. And I tell you, okay, I will do it. I will tell you what I did 4 years ago. In a moment in the summer where I was dreaming maybe that Pogba could come back. I don't know for what reason. And this is the one that I like the most, that I would love to see on the field. With Zidane on the bench, ready to enter. But then if then I become, because I chose, if people are telling me you're an Allegri fan, because I chose, I'm an Allegri fan, and I am wrong, oh, ragazzi, boh. My pineapple on apple, who cares? Seriously, who cares? You can. This is a trend. This is a trend that people are saying, no. Who cares? If you like pineapple on pizza, eat pineapple on pizza. Make yourself happy. I don't like it too much. I don't eat it. But who cares? If you like a bread with Nutella and salami. You like salami? Okay. You like Nutella? Okay. You like bread? Okay. You like the 3 together, which is really strange? Do whatever you want. No, I know, Jasko. I know it's a joke. I'm not against you. I know. It's just the perception of how we speak today that makes me totally crazy. But no, of course, I like you. It's not a problem. It's not a personal attack. Ragazzi, I think that I gave you today with that with that fragment of the life, it was more interesting than the game of today. What a disaster game. Dragonj, I never tried, just to tell you. Then if you start to be sick, it's not my fault. I never tried. You see, Massimo Pegoli decided to become, to renew his membership for 1 year now. Because of that story. Grande Massimo, really appreciate it. My friend Andy, for Zalaieta, many like him because the match against Barcelona in 2003, but for Di Vaio, you remember a remarkable match. I don't. No, Andy, I don't remember. Wait, because I made a video about him like 2 years ago. Not a video, but a live about also Di Vaio. And I remember then some important things that he did at Juve, but it's true that that's what I said. Just because I like the player, but it was like 20 years ago. I don't know. Maybe because he was already bald. He was choosing to go shave his hair. And because I probably inside of me, I knew that one day I would have been bald. I don't know. Maybe I can't even explaining why I like him. I have no idea. But it's not because of the skills, the thing. It's just because I like the vibe. Why? It's not like, I don't know. I can't explain because it's not a wow player. I always liked Di Vaio. For what reason? I have no idea. No idea. Okay, tell me, guys. A player in the chat that you can't explain why, but don't tell me Del Piero. Huh? A player that probably didn't perform really well, but that you say, I like him. I will always like him in the story of Juve. You see Jimmy saying Amoruso. No idea why. Tacchinardi, there are some reasons why. Bernardeschi, Miccoli, Zalaieta, Diego. You see, Diego is also a kind of player like that. He played 1 season with us, difficult season. But probably the origin of Diego is that brace against Roma. Diego, we were dreaming about Juve Samba and so on. And then, these kind of feelings probably in the youth, they stay. Giovinco, Thiago, mamma mia. Thiago. Jonathan Zebina. Camoranesi, there are really a lot of reasons why you love him. Cáceres, because every time you're expecting him to come back. Pepe. But Pepe, I like Pepe. That bicycle kick against Lazio. Yeah. Toto Schillaci. But also the time of Toto Schillaci and Juve was not the best one. But Toto Schillaci is probably more because of that fantastic, Italy nights. But Zaza, fantastic. Zaza. Bentancur, I was made fun enough. But you see, Andy, that's also another story. Sometimes there are some players like that we like, we see some potential or whatever, and then you see so many people that are against you that your love for that player is growing and growing and growing. And sometimes you also realize, maybe I'm exaggerating, but you don't care. And then the love for that player is really true. I know that. Momo Sissoko, the first 6 months of Momo Sissoko with Juve, world class. One of the best midfielder ever on earth. Unfortunately, it was only 6 months. Kulusevski. Who is El Dandy? Who is El Dandy? LG. Who is that guy? I never heard about El Dandy. Quagliarella. Beppe, which favorite Juventus moment have you ever watched? Well, I'm lucky enough that we saw a lot of favorite moments. Scudetto 2002, Scudetto 2012. The signing of Higuain was fantastic. Seeing all the Napoli fans destroyed because Higuain, he didn't care, he wanted to come to Juve. Also the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo. If you're speaking about Mercato, no, the goal of Del Piero after his father passed away was a touching moment. There are so many beautiful moments in the history of Juve. I will tell you, The goal of Faraoni is an important, beautiful moment of Juve. There were a lot, huh? Vucinic without pants, Lord Bentner. You know, I'm a bit sad, not for Bentner, but especially for Anelka. It's true that it was already the end for Anelka, but I would have loved to see him at least scoring one goal. Anelka, I would have loved him at least one goal, because Bentner and Anelka, they never scored, huh? At Juve, but they never played. But Giaccherini was a fundamental player for the Juve of Antonio Conte, for that goal against Cesena. And Giaccherini, there are a lot of reasons. Angelo Di Livio, il Soldatino, fantastic player. You know why I didn't put him? Because that was a player I loved. Because after that, he was too much. There was a moment he was really starting to be an anti-Juve. Now he's, like 50-50. Thomas is saying, I really like De Sciglio. You know who I also had like a soft spot for? It is Paolo De Sciglio. DJ Paolino. I don't know. I can't explain myself, but Paolo De Sciglio, I had a soft spot, and I always believed in him. Then he disappointed, but when he was doing like one good game, the game after, you knew that he would have been injured for 6 months. But De Sciglio, I don't know why I liked him. I really liked him. I'm not the only one, huh? In the Bernabeu, 2008, he received a standing ovation, Paolo De Sciglio. So I'm happy because I was not the only one. Paolo De Sciglio, standing ovation in the Bernabeu. Attenzione. Who can tell that? Who can tell that an entire stadium is standing on their feet to applaud Paolo De Sciglio? Not a lot of people, Not a lot of people. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the standing ovation Bernabeu, and you will watch when De Sciglio will enter the field. The people, they see De Sciglio entering, they stand up to applaud him. Crazy moment of you, people are laughing. Haha. What haha? This is the truth. Oh, disaster. Paolo Di Sciglio. Lichtsteiner is also another one I had a big soft spot for. I like Lichtsteiner. The whole stadium, Bernabeu, they realized, they understood the magnificence, the strength, the legend of Paolo De Sciglio. You see? Asamoah, yeah, he was good. Nice player, Asamoah. Madri, always a nice person. I spoke with him, really nice person. Marione Mandzukic, I will tell you the truth. Mandzukic is a player that I like, I respect. I was happy to have him in my team and so on and so on. But I never really went in the emotional connection with Mario Mandzukic. Attenzione, important player for Juve. Great, grinta, whatever you want to. I was happy, But no, I don't agree. Legend of Juve, I don't know. No. I was a lot of time pissed off with Mandzukic. He wasn't able to score at a certain moment. Then he gave everything, yes. On the other side, from the moment that things didn't go really well, he wanted to leave immediately. He was not happy. No, I would not go with Mandzukic as a legend of Juve. An important person in the history of Juve, yes. But I didn't find the emotional connection with Mandzukic. And I think I think personally, probably overrated, compensated by his sacrifices and his grinta. Then it was important, yeah, to go towards that 4-2-3-1 and so on. I agree, yeah. But you see, Thomas has a emotional connection. Oh, of course, yeah, because everyone is seeing things differently. Yeah? Me personally, before you start, Beppe doesn't like Mandzukic. I bought a shirt of Mandzukic, and you know, when I buy a shirt of a player, it's already important, huh? But Andy, Zambrotta was at the time he was, I think, my top three. Del Piero, Trezeguet, and Zambrotta. That's really a player that broke my heart. Probably, you know, when I'm speaking today about Dybala that is leaving and so on, of course I'm sad, huh? Because there are players that are, you know, you have that connection. 7 years at Juve is long, 101 goal or 115 goals, I believe. 115. You know, you can't just not care about Paulo Dybala. He's important. But probably that Zambrotta was my real first that made me really, it hurted me. Zambrotta hurted me, and I think nobody will hurt me as much as Zambrotta. Whoever will leave, or he will never hurt me as much. No, I really liked him, and then he broke my heart so much. Like you, Andy, the same exactly. Zlatan, I have never been a. Zlatan, I have never been pissed off with him or so on. You know, you can like, you can not like Zlatan, but the guy was super young. He came from Ajax to Juve. If you know the history of Zlatan, I read the book, I watched the movie, you know the history of Zlatan. He came to Juve, did 2 fantastic years. He was in an ascension, how do you say? Not ascension. He was, in the growing ramp of his career. What will he do in Serie B? Honestly, it's not that he loved Juve since a kid, you know, that he was a Juventino by heart, that he was there since 10 years, like Nedved, and you say, you know, he came 2 years. Then, could he have gone to another team than Inter? Yeah, probably. But at that moment, that was the best opportunity for him. And if you're looking at the career, he did well because he won Scudetto after Scudetto. Then he went to Barcelona with the Scudetto. He went wherever he wanted to. So I have never been pissed off. And honestly, it's a player that even when he was at Inter, even after or whatever, he always said the Scudetti are 38 for Juve. The 2, I won them on the field because we were the strongest one. So even going to Inter, he has always defending the Scudetti that he won on the field. So I have never been pissed off with Ibra to go to Inter. Oh, ragazzi, you know how many players they go to Inter from Juve, from Inter they go to Juve. No, then it's how you stand, you know. Oh, okay. So I answered that question a lot of time. Huh? In football is beautiful because everything can happen. But then I have to divide what I want, the miracles, and the reality. If you're looking at performance, when we had the first match point against Sassuolo and we totally failed it, if you see the game after, so today against Lecce, and you see that we still didn't recover from that loss against Sassuolo, then it's difficult to go and compete for the Scudetto. I always said, on paper, we are not the strongest team. Then it's not always the strongest one that wins. Last year, Inter was the strongest one, but it was Napoli that won. Deserved won. Why? Because mixing one of the best teams, because you can't just win with nobody, but mixing one of the best teams together with the best way of playing, which doesn't mean entertaining, show, or whatever. Everyone has his way, but consistent way of identity of their way of playing. At the end, they win the Scudetto. Deserved. So Juventus could, why not win the Scudetto? But do I believe in it today? No, because the team is not complete. When I see Inter playing, you feel that they worked on an identity of the team. They have 3 teams, so it will be difficult. Then tomorrow everything can happen. They lose tomorrow, we reopen Serie A, which today is closed. Tomorrow they play against Sassuolo. They lose against Sassuolo. I tell you, we reopen for 1 week. But it's long, It's really long, so we have to wait. I told you, this year, I take it as it is, as a year where they took away from us qualification in Champions League. They took from us the name. They put on us some dirt. We couldn't do mercato. We are still in financial problem. We have so many things to fix that this year we gain some experience with the Fagioli. We let time to Giuntoli to understand the club, and we see. But of course, it is super crucial, important to enter the top 4. Why? Because if you want to grow, if you want to come back to what you are at Juve, you need to have that financial entry, because 2 years in a row would be a total disaster. But I'm happy that Chiesa is back, the player that we knew physically, that Vlahovic is doing much better physically, and we saw the start of the season that we could keep them. And then, of course, I want to win the Scudetto. Oblige, I will do. Of course, I will not tell you, no, we can't, we will not. No, I want to. But from I watched today, what I watched against Sassuolo, what I watched in some parts of the other games, I'm not sure that we can. Then let's see. Step by step. This season will be for me a step by step. Ciao Ryan, buonanotte. Inter was not the best team last season. They struggled a lot. They had they were not the best, because at the end they lost. So they were not the best. It was Napoli that was the best. But on paper, they had the best team. Inter last year, they should have won. Inter last year, they should have won. They had a difficult start of the season. Then they recuperate. They were doing quite well. And then they were in a super difficult moment. We revived them. But on paper, for me, already last year, they were the best one. Guys, not so long time ago, I was reading about it. I was speaking about it 1 year ago. Who knew about Kvaratskhelia, Anguissa, Dombele, ragazzi, on paper, start of the season, Inter is much stronger than Napoli.
It's time.
Then Napoli, they find the magic, they find everything, and everything is working.
It's time.
What is happening? We have 2 new subs on the channel. I'm happy. You see, when we are not speaking about too much about Juve, then the people that are subscribing on the channel, they're saying, but you know what? I like your channel. I will subscribe. Which is great, which is nice. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it, my friends. When we are speaking about Nutella and chocolate on the bread simultaneously. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? That's why I tell you, we have fantastic people on the channel. Abai, 23 months, we won. Chiesa was dangerous. If he becomes more calm and precise, he can be best in Serie A. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Thank you for the 23 months, but no, on that one, if we have to sum up, on that one I agree. 20, what am I saying? We won. Look, if you're looking at the, but what is that thing here? It's so annoying. Here. If you are looking, that's what I wanted to show you. The tables. Oh, Juventus is here, 13 points. It means 1 point more than 1 point more than the average of 2 points per game. We should go higher because at the end it's 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. The draw arrives against Bologna, the loss against Sassuolo. It's a pity, because we could have had an 18 on 18. I wanted to have at least a 15 on 18, at least, but not even. Honestly, I wanted to have a 16 on 18 with 1 draw in that first 6 games, because don't forget that now we will know the real Juve. Which is the real Juve? You remember when I told you my difficulty in the beginning of the live? I told you my difficulty was understanding who is the real Juve. Well, in the next 3 games we are playing Atalanta, Torino, Milan. I believe that there they will tell us a lot, but extremely a lot about us. On the other side, this win, because Abba is saying we won 3 points, this win is extremely important as well, because next week we play against Atalanta. Imagine if Atalanta will win tomorrow, they would have gone at 12. Juventus, if today we lost, we had 11. They would have been even above Juve, putting even more pressure. Fiorentina is at 10, so they are obliged to win tomorrow to go up. Otherwise, so it was important to keep these teams far. If today we lost, but Napoli won tomorrow, they go at 11, they would have been equal to Juve. So, we already lost our bonus match against Sassuolo. That means that the other ones that started really bad, they have the opportunity to get closer and closer and closer. And that's something that we really had to avoid. Cugino Eddie, the cousin of the channel. My gripe with Max is he will sub out McKennie, Miretti and Fagioli when they are hot, but never a cold Locatelli or Rabiot. Locatelli and Rabiot, Rabiot played all the minute at disposal this season. Rabiot. Bremer and Danilo as well. Locatelli, there was one game where he was subbed out. 9 minutes. 9 minutes he was subbed out. No, but I agree, Locatelli and Rabiot, start of the season has not been extremely good. A lot of time also, like you say, cold. I agree with you. But he's trying to give that midfield experience, muscles, stability to not change too much. I agree that, for example, again against Udinese, you could have changed both of them, especially Rabiot. Because Rabiot came from, not doing the preseason and so on. You win 3-0, subbing him out, why not? But he's scared to lose that stability because they are able to give support to the defense, while if you're putting, I don't know what player in the middle, Nicolosi, first game, today was a 1-0, was 0 that could have really easily go to a 1-1 if we were not paying attention. So I understand why he's not changing them, even when they don't have a fantastic great game. I can understand it. Not that I completely agree, but I understand. Miretti, hot, and Miretti, it's a big word. Also, it's a player that I love. I think he has a fantastic potential, but hot this season, I know. McKennie is playing. He's a starter. McKennie is a starter. Today he was subbed out, not because he was not playing well. For me, he was the man of the match. Today he was subbed out because he had nothing anymore. Did you see the heat map of Weston? Weston was everywhere. Literally, on his side. Look, I think he would have stayed until the end, but I'm 95% sure that he asked to be subbed out. Look, he was everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Look, all the wing and also here, he was dead. I think he asked to be changed, honestly. Who was the other one that you asked? Fagioli. But this season, Fagioli was honestly the 4 first games. He was not good. He was not good. Then he played well when he entered against Lazio. Really well, really well. He played well. And today he's doing a good game. I think we put him also in the 4 best of today's game. Was he changed today? I don't remember if he was changed or not. Yeah, for Miretti at the end of the game. But also him is not coming from games in a row playing 90 minutes. But it's true that if we are going in out of principle, it's true that he will not change Locatelli and Rabiot even if they are not great. And even if McKennie, Miretti and Fagioli will do better, yeah. It's correct. But I have no problems with that. Today, in the situation we are in. I already answered that question today. I received the same question. Do you prefer Miretti and Fagioli? With Max, it seemed always one or the other. Because Cugino already said it. And again, I thank you for the donation, Cugino. It depends of the game. Fagioli is, I think, more ready. Already showed himself and to the world that is more ready. So if you tell me immediately, choose one, I would go for Fagioli. But I like Miretti. I have both of the players the shirt because I like both of them. One is a bit more offensive, unpredictable. He has the magic in his foot that he's not able to express at full potential yet. He's younger as well. The other one has more stability, more maturity in him. So they are 2 different, and hopefully my dream is to see both of them. My biggest dream would be Locatelli, Miretti, Fagioli. But not today, because today it would not work. But that would be my middle term dream. That would be nice. Total Italian midfield, Juventus midfield, because the 3 of them are Juventini. You have they are complementary in a way with skills and so on, but today they are far from being a starting midfield. I liked Rugani today. And I said it, Rugani gives me more or less stress. Rugani gives me less stress than Gatti. Gatti, which we like for his way of taking the ball, going up, pressing on the man, that grinta and so on and so on and so on. I always said it. It's a player that is still in a learning phase. Needs to learn a lot. If Weah was not playing, it's because if Weah was playing but not Gatti, it was because of Gatti, not paying attention. At a certain moment, Max is also telling him in the game, where the F are you going? Saying where the F are you going at a certain moment, because he's not paying attention. He's going out of. But when I spoke to Locatelli, do you remember I did a live with Locatelli and we spoke about Gatti? At a certain moment he said, also in training he's going with so much passion, intensity and whatever you want to, that sometimes we are telling him calm down because he doesn't pay attention. And Rugani is giving me that security. Now, ragazzi, Rugani, don't let me now say he's my favorite player, he needs to be the starter of Juve or whatever. No, but if you're looking at the last stats, and maybe because he's just a sub, but he's a player that is doing well. When he enters, he does well. And you can put him in the center of the defense, you can put him on the right, he's doing well. Oh, then I prefer to have, if we are speaking about 3, I prefer to have, let's say, a Huijsen on the field, Gatti on the field, but today it's not possible. Yeah, I agree, but we try today. We try. You see that it's asked because Rabiot is going with a shot. Even Kostic is going with a shot from the distance, and then both of them are blocked. No, Rabiot was wide, Kostic was blocked. So there is the intention, but then you have the qualities as well. Divai or Rugani? No, Rugani is a player that honestly I don't like. If you go back to my channel, I made a video long time ago where I was pissed off with Rugani. Not because of his way of playing, because I don't accept a player that has no ambition at Juve. I don't accept. If you are happy to be on the bench, we have a problem. And no, because you can't be happy to be on the bench. It's impossible. It's impossible. But not that because you're on the bench, you can be forever on the bench at Juve because the other ones are playing better, whatever. He had 3 monsters, Barzagli, Chiellini, Bonucci. How do you play in a role where you don't often change? So it was difficult for him. But it was the post Barzagli, the post Chiellini, the post Bonucci. Now, yeah, post Bonucci after Milan, not now. Where, I was expecting that he showed us that desire to say, I'm here. You don't need to go and sign De Ligt, Demiral, Dragujin, De Winter. I'm here. I am here. Huijsen, no, I am here. I want to. I can. And when he's playing now, since 3 seasons, he's perfect. He's perfect. He's doing no mistake. He's secure. He can play there. So, is it because he's playing 5 games a season? Maybe. Maybe if he's doing 10, he will not be good anymore. I don't know. But when he's playing, he's doing well. But I made a video where I was extremely angry about the lack of ambition of Rugani. So it's a player that will never be my favorite player. Never. But for what he's giving, I have to be objective. Even if I don't like objectively, it's a player that I respect because he's never speaking bad about Juve. That's important also for me. Never speaking bad. Never controversial. Always there in training sessions, and when you call him, he's ready to play, and he plays well. Then there are players that I prefer, that I don't like. Rugani is a player that I don't know. If you don't show me that extra thing, you can't enter my heart. But I respect Rugani a lot. It could be that Rugani is the most successful player at Juve. It could be. It could be. But yesterday, when there was the question, who are the leaders of the team, he said, I was not convinced about the answer, but he said Szczesny, Danilo, Alexandro, and he said Rugani. Probably Alexandro is the most. Rugani, 11 titles. 11 titles for Rugani. 11. 6 Scudetti, 3 Coppa Italia, 2 Supercoppa, Rugani. So 11. Alex Sandro, 10. Mamma mia. How is that possible? Yeah, because he arrived after. It's true. 10 trophies for Alexandro, 11 for Rugani. Who is still there with a lot of appearances at Juve? No, Pinsoglio no, Marcello. No. Pinsoglio in his career had 7 titles. 7 titles. But Danilo arrived super late at Juve. No. I will not even check Danilo at Juve. Alex and Rugani, Yeah. Pinsoglio won 3 Scudetti, 2 Coppa Italia, 2 Supercoppa. Pogba also has, but not 11. He has 8 titles with 4 Scudetti, 2 Coppa Italia, 2 Supercoppa. Szczesny 7 with 3 Scudetti, 2 Coppa Italia, 2 Supercoppa. He arrived in 17-18, Szczesny. Piazza is not a player anymore from Juve. It's over. No, and Piazza he didn't play with you. He was always on loan, so it doesn't count. It doesn't count. Yeah, it's true. Today, at the end, you made me smile. At the end. Rugani has 5 Scudetti, not 6. No? 6 times the Scudetti. Officially, yeah? 15-16, I will tell you the years. 15-16. Okay? Where he played 21 official games. 16-17 he played 20 games and he won the Scudetto. 17-18 he won the Scudetto, he played 26 games. 18-19 he played 20 games in total. He won the Scudetto with 15 in Serie A. Now we are at 18-19. 90-20, 10 in Serie A he won the Scudetto. That's 5. Actually, you know where is the other one? It's 12-13, where he's considered to have won the Scudetto because he started the season with Juve. Didn't play any official game. He played like 5 friendlies in the beginning, and then he was loaned out or whatever. I don't know. He was already a Juve player for a reason. Or we bought him, we signed him. But anyway, he played. In 12-13, he played. For a reason or another. Rugani. But it's strange. It's really strange. That stat is really strange. I don't know what happened there. We signed him, maybe he trained with Juve and then he went. I have no idea. But you're correct. It's 5. Should be 5. I don't know why they count it as a 6th one. But anyway, then it's 10. Equal to Alexandro. No, Keane no. Yeah. No, 12-13 he played at Empoli, I think. I don't know. No, it was 14-15 when he played at Empoli. What happened in 12-13? Wait, let me go on track. Now I'm really curious. Why is he there? What happened with Rogani? Boo. What happened in 12? What did we say? 12-13, huh? 12-13. I don't remember of Rogani there. Even as a kid. Why is he there? Wait. Yeah. You see? Haha. You see why? Because actually Juventus signs him from Empoli when he was with the youth. He arrives with the under 19. Let me check. So stacks all season. That's where we sign him. Let me check. 12-13. Okay. And he's actually playing 19 times with La Primavera. International friendly, Serie A. Voilà. You know why? Because he was on the bench in 12-13 2 times. Against Udinese, we won 4-0. He didn't enter. And against Pescara. So, and also in Coppa Italia, by the way. So, why is he considered to have won that league? Because when you are on that sheet of paper, when you are, that paper that you have, the official game paper, and your name is on it, well, you were part of it. You were on the bench. That means that you won the Scudetto. So it's official, ragazzi. We like or we don't like, it is the truth. You won that Scudetto 12-13. Yeah, and then he was loaned out. Yeah. Wait, I will tell you about these transfers. 12-13, 13-14. Yeah, then we loaned him to Empoli. Then he came back. Yeah. Oh, maybe De Sciglio. No, De Sciglio was less. You see, today we learned that he won the Scudetto in 12-13 on the bench without playing a single second. Hosar, I forgot to say thank you, or it just happened. It just happened. Almost our 2 years anniversary. Thank you, Hosar. Next month, 2 years. 2 years. Thank you, Hosar. Oh, on that one, I tell you one secret. When it was the 17th minute of the live, I said, today it will be the shortest post-game live ever, because I have actually nothing to say. Because we were not good. Because the game was boring. Because they made me asleep. I had no idea what to say. Honestly, I had no idea what to say. And I said, you know what? Probably at 30 minutes, it will be over. And we are here nearly at 2 hours. So, some people are lucky to win without playing. I don't know, because in the stats, honestly, it's considered as he won the Scudetto. But if you ask him, he will. One day, if I have the opportunity to have him in interview, I will ask him that question. The Scudetto of 12-13. Do you consider it yours or not? I will ask him that question. Finding a way to not put him in in difficulty. But I think I will ask him that question. It's not a bad one, huh? I'm sure that if it happens, Sir Razi will remember me to ask that question. Wikipedia, but Wikipedia, what do they know? Wikipedia, they don't know. Gugino Eddie. Wikipedia, even my grandmother, she can change it if she wants. Wikipedia. From my stats, from what I saw, he had 6. And then when we are making the researches manually, you know that he was on the bench in 12-13. That nobody of us knew. Huh? And then we discovered that he was there on the bench. Wikipedia. No, I don't think he will say yes. I think he will say no. I'm nearly convinced he will say no. What do you think, guys? He will say yes, I feel it mine as well, or he will say no? I think he will say no. Then I can be wrong, eh? Imagine he's saying, yeah, it's mine. Ronaldo will say, yes, it's mine. It's thanks to me, he will say. Ronaldo will say, he didn't even play a second, he will say, it's thanks to me, thanks to my aura of being on the bench that were decisive. Zlatan as well. Yeah, Zlatan will say yes as well. It's true. Zlatan and Ronaldo, yeah, they will say yes. Rugani, I don't think so, ragazzi. Andy, thank to Coman, who has more Scudetti than years in activity. It's true. Also there, he has like it's really crazy. I think he has like I don't remember by heart. I think he has like 11 years of career, 12 Scudetti or Meisterschale won. It's true. It's true. Because one day I said no 11, but actually it's not, because he played with Juve like one game, and it's counting as a Scudetto. So yeah, Coman has more titles or Scudetti than years. Crazy. It's true. He won every time, huh? He won every time. The Meisterschale. No, I don't think that just training gives you a title. I think if you're on the official feuille de match, it's the sheet of the game, then you're considered a winner. I have Coman, Henry. I don't. How can I say? I don't cry about it. They were gone for different reasons. And Henry, he's a legend of Premier League. What could have been at Juve, but at the time that he was at Juve, something didn't work. And maybe at Juve he would not have become the player that he became. He wanted to leave. Moggi, Ancelotti, they wanted him to leave. We had an opportunity there, and we took Trezeguet. Maybe Trezeguet would never have come. And then Coman was played by Max Allegri, but then there was an opportunity to cash in because we made a big plusvalenza there, and he left, and he became a fantastic player, more injured than Thierry Henry. But it's, of course, a fantastic player. Coman. I like both of them. Huh? I really like both of them. Henry, he was one of my, wow, Henry at Juve, young kid and so on. I was really in love. Of course, it hurts a bit, and sometimes you think what could have been, but I'm not the person like that to regret too much. We go, and sometimes you do mistakes, sometimes not. Sometimes people are performing better, like De Ligt, for example. De Ligt is a player I really, really like. Even if he was touching the ball with the hand, I really like De Ligt. Now he's having a bit of difficulty at Bayern this season. I really wanted him to stay. Then does that mean that I want him back? No, I don't want him back. He left. Basta, ciao. We continue, we play, we see. No, I'm not like that. I tell you, this is all because of Zambrotta. When Zambrotta left Juve, it's over. Nobody can hurt me more than when Zambrotta left. Nobody. What do you want him to say, Henri, about his words at Juve? He's saying it. Don't forget, guys. He's coming to when he's coming, the Juve that he's coming in is it's the biggest league of the world. Serie is the biggest league of the world when Henri is coming to Juve. Juve is one of the most important teams in the world. He has problems with Moggi, with Ancelotti. He's not playing in position. And he's going to Arsenal. Now he can speak, of course, about after his career. He's becoming a television star. He won everything with L'Équipe de France and so on. But he's downgrading, even if Arsenal, great and whatever in the time, But at the time, going from Serie A to Premier League, you are downgrading. Then he's going for a channel. He loves to speak. He can speak. He can make the story more beautiful. Of course, he's pissed off with Juve. Because he didn't succeed at Juve how he wanted. Because the coach, because of Moggi. At the end, if you're looking, it didn't succeed. Even if I remember when I saw that brace against Lazio, that he's scoring and he's speaking not so well about Juve because he's pissed off. He wanted to leave a sign at Juve. Then Trezeguet did, Zidane did, so many French players did, Henri, because of circumstance, not because of him alone, but because of everything, didn't. So he's pissed off, and he did really well at the Arsenal. And his career is wow. Emerson was good at Juve. Yeah, he was a good player. He was fantastic in Puma. Puma was important. Puma and Vieira. By the way, that's because of Henri I liked Arsenal when I was a kid. Not a fan like Juve, but I had the sympathy for Arsenal. And I like players like Ljungberg, Overmars, Patrick Vieira, Henri, Bergkamp. I liked Arsenal. So Pires, they were strong and they were really, really, really good. But never a fan. I don't have shirts of Arsenal or so on. And today, when I watch Premier League, if I have to give, like sympathy for a team, I don't have. I hope that Manchester United can come back to what they were, because it's sad. It's really sad. A top club like that, it's really, really sad. So I hope that they can come back. Like I was, honestly, I was sad for Milan when they were years without European competition with so many disasters. I was a bit sad. I said, I hope not that they win the Scudetto, but that at least they can save themselves again. Inter will never be sad. Never. But Milan, I was a bit sad. Manchester United, I hope they come back. Then other teams, Tottenham, I have zero affinity with that team. I don't care. Chelsea, I liked a bit when there was a Vialli, Zola, if you want to, the Italian ones. I liked when Conte was there winning the title. It was nice. But today I have zero sympathy for the team that it's not Chelsea anymore. It's not Chelsea. So, no. I like Middlesbrough. When there was a Ravanelli that went there, then I liked Middlesbrough. Other than that, in Premier League, City, I have zero affinity with them. No, the one that I can say, I hope Manchester United can come back one day. Arsenal, because I tell you about the players from the past. The old Chelsea pre-Abramovich I liked, after I didn't like. Who else do we have in Premier League? No, I don't like. When it's not that I like Arsenal. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care about Arsenal, about this team. I just tell you, the one that I have maybe a bit of. But they can lose all their games 7-0 and going to the second division. I don't care at all. Huh? Not Sconti, yeah. We were speaking about Premier League, but not Sconti because there is a link with Juve, a direct link with Juve. West Ham Di Canio, I remember that was really great as well. Liverpool, ragazzi, when I think about Liverpool, of course, it's not the same Liverpool. It's different supporters. It's a different era. You can't be pissed off just because. But it's true that when I think at Liverpool, is bringing me bad memories that I didn't see myself. I was a kid, so I don't remember these images. But it happened in Belgium as well. It was a bit crazy. So it's not that I hate. I don't. It just no. When I think about them, Zaniolo at Aston Villa, I don't care at all. No, when I watch okay, I'm not even seeing sympathy. It's just when I see, for example, the results of the day of Premier League, I will probably stop a bit at Manchester United to see. Then I see Arsenal, and then the rest. Boo. Yeah, it's true, Andy. It's true. When we were young, City was the club supported by Oasis, and because Del Piero has a great friendship with Oasis, it's true that I like them a bit. Not the results or so on, but you look for stories. And also because, when I'm speaking about that era, wait, I will show you. Manchester City Kappa jersey. Ragazzi. This one is a really, 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 really beautiful shirt. This one from City. That one is a real beautiful shirt. That was beautiful. I have a Premier League is fun to watch. But it's fun to watch, like if you don't want to be involved really, if you want a bit of entertainment, because if you really concentrate, ragazzi, honestly, mamma mia, how many but it's because you remember I told you really early in the live, I told you about how faster you go, how much you have the possibility to do mistakes and losing accuracy and so on. Well, they go so fast, it's crazy. Intensity is super high, they play fast and so on, and then they're doing mistakes. But if you see how many space every player has, there is no conception of man marking, on tactically, like really not concede a goal. They don't care. Then it can be entertaining or not, but sometimes you see like, how is it possible that he has so much freedom and space to go with a shot? And then they are scoring, because if we receive that space, probably we will not score, because then you have to score, you have to put that ball in the net. But it's really different, when I watch with my son Premier League, because we watch, so at least I know and so on. I have fun, yeah. But then I say, Mamma mia, look at that mistake, look at that mistake, look at that mistake. Not that Juve is better, because we are doing a lot of mistakes as well. It's just a football that I am not a fan of, because it's not smart. It's like we play. It's not like, Ciao Colo. Beppe, when Del Piero scored versus Germany, he ran to his wife and Noel from Oasis in the crowd. They were sitting next to it. I remember. Yeah, it's true. It's true. He was there, Noel Gallagher. It's true. It's true. It's 100% correct. Then what they did, I don't know, but it's true that they were there at the stadium. He said they were great friends. They are, I don't know, but they are great friends. They a lot of respect between Del Piero and Oasis. Probably, he said like a song, I like that song, and then a friendship was born. But it's correct. Yeah, Premier League is a bit like FIFA. It's true. Well, ragazzi, now basta. Now it's 2 hours. And tomorrow, video. What else tomorrow? I have the training with the kids. Then I have a meeting. Then I will watch probably. I will probably miss Milan. I'm pissed off that I'm missing Milan. On Thursday, I go to watch Derby of Brussels. Thursday, I watch Derby of Brussels, RWDM against Union Saint-Gilloise. But then I will make it on time to do the live with Agresti. Thursday, here on my channel. We don't do tomorrow the post-game on his, but we will do it. It makes no sense, because then we do a live on Wednesday on him the day after. What will we say on Thursday? So we keep it on Thursday. Voila. No day after tomorrow, so it will be Thursday live with Romeo Agresti. And Friday. Friday is great. Friday is a great day. Friday is a great day. Friday is a great day. Because I put it here like this. Like I say, I put it here like this, but it's not ready yet. I need to finish it. But look, it will not be like that, of course, huh? But wait. It will be like why is it not? Looks a bit. Wait. You see? That's what I'm preparing. But it's because in Belgium we don't have early access. But it will be on Twitch. Here, then you see on the left side here there will be the chat. Then you will have another screen for when I'm playing. Do you like this? I put 3 players because I didn't want to do only Juve, but I have Federico Chiesa, Holland, Bellingham. Then you have Il GOAT, Alessandro Del Piero, iconic. I also prepare these kind of things, but I need to, when people will sub and so on, you will have these kind of things. Wait, because it's. I tell you, it's not ready yet, but you will have when people are becoming subs of the channel or whatever. You will have these kinds of icons. I like the GJustjuve icon badge. What else was I doing? I don't know why I did this. Oh my man. Oh wait. Oh man. That's really strange. Imagine if I start speaking like that for the press conferences. Oh. Halma. Imagine I start speaking like this during the press conferences. Halma. Wait, here. Halma. I just need, something to move the lips. It's not bad, huh? It's not bad, huh? Omnivorno. Sono l'allenatore di Livorno. Ciao, Halma ragazzi. Halma, sono l'allenatore di Juventus. Dobbiamo lavorare molto. Ragazzi, stiamo puntando alla prima squadra. L'obiettivo è entrare in Champions. Ragazzi. Questo è. I favoriti per il momento, i favoriti sono Inter, Napoli e Milan. Noi dobbiamo lavorare molto. Ragazzi. Conosce l'ippica? La tecnica è il cortomuso. Il cortomuso è il primo arriva, ha vinto. Cortomuso. Il calcio è semplice. Ragazzi, il calcio è semplice. Cortomuso. Let me think it. Oh, disaster. But it will be something like this. So I'm working. Wait, because now I did a lot of stupid things here, of course. Eccolo. So, if you want to subscribe to my Twitch, because that's from Friday. We will play that. You know what's the worst part? The worst part is that I was 100% convinced that I could have played on the 22nd. So I prepared everything to play and to download it on the 22nd, and then it for Belgium it's not allowed. So I had to wait one more week. Better this, no? If we really have to choose. Imagine. It's better, no? Alex Del Piero. Alex Del Piero. Hey, ask a question to Del Piero. You can ask a question to Del Piero, I will try to answer. If I put myself like here it's good. See? It's nice, huh? the bold version. We can do the bold version if you prefer. It doesn't work. For a reason or another, the bold version is not working. Sorry guys, I can't do it. Anyway. Ciao ragazzi, see you tomorrow. Ciao ciao, buonanotte. Ciao. Ciao.